The costs really add up. Thankfully, Heather Kittelson is joining us on set today. Heather's a woodworking artist at Redemption Artistry, and she's here to show us how we can DIY our own frames to keep our homes fully customized. Welcome.
Thank you.
So how'd you get into woodworking? It's not your full-time job. This is a hobby, love, passion project.
This is.
Okay.
And it became a passion about 2 years ago. I've always loved pallets, and I love the idea that pallets go all over the world. They are used for a very specific purpose, and then people kind of toss them to the wayside. And so I, as a kid, at my dad's, at his place of employment, I would jump on those pallets. And so here we are, I'm 42 now, so
Brave of you to say that.
I love being 40. And so I rip apart pallets and I make beautiful things out of them.
Sort of repurposing something that other people don't see as a use.
Hence the name Redemption Artistry.
Okay.
I redeem the pallets.
But for these hexagon shelves, we're not going to use pallets.
We are not using pallets today. Pallets are very unpredictable, so I go to any place that sells wood and I use pine wood. And then I buy, for these specific hexagons, I do the 1x4, and then I'll buy an 8-foot or 10-foot, because it takes 6 of these at 9 inches. So I measure from top to top at 9 inches with a 30-degree angle.
Okay. And I suppose as long as you make them all the same size, you really could have a bigger hexagon. But
yes.
Particularly for this one, you're doing a 9-inch.
This is a specific 9-inch, and I'll show you why in a minute.
Okay.
But I take, after I've done the 9-inch, 30-degree angle,
yep.
And 6 of them, I use something called, because in the very beginning, I would try to just glue them, and then I would use like a bungee cord, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So my husband, for my birthday last year, bought me a thing called a biscuit joiner.
And you're going to revolutionize our worlds right now.
I'm going to show you what made my life so much easier.
I'm excited about this.
Okay.
I love power tools. Okay.
So, let's do safety glasses. Okay. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of heavy, and I'll let you do one as well.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and hold that
hold
for
this
me.
Way. So first, are you kind of measuring it, or?
Yep, so right in the middle, I kind of just
yeah, you know what it is.
So I just put a little mark right there.
Okay.
And then on the end of this, you will see there's a little red mark.
Line it up.
So I line it up, and I go ahead and push it in there. And it makes this beautiful hole
right there.
That we will take these beautiful biscuits and they will go inside there, and then you just
are going to join it.
All of them. Yes, but I want you to try
one. Why do they call them biscuits? Do you know?
Well, I don't, because they don't taste like biscuits.
Have you been trying them?
Well, wood is not a good flavor.
Okay, so if I'm lined up, do you think that's pretty?
Sure, that looks about right.
Pretty right?
Yeah.
What's the?
So then you push this little trigger back there. Where'd it go? Right
here.
Yeah.
And then just slide it forward.
Yep. So actually push the black first, and then push in. Perfect.
I got it. Okay.
That
means we're working hard.
Yes.
Okay, so once you have them together, do you just put the biscuits in and some glue?
Yeah. So then we would glue, and I use a lot of different kinds of glue. Gorilla Glue is good, but then Elmer's glue is the one that I like the most because it's stainable and it's paintable.
Is it an Elmer's wood glue?
It's a wood glue. Yep. And I don't have it with me today, but I do use this a lot.
All right.
So our biscuit joiner.
We just kind of go through
and
put biscuits in the whole thing.
And I will glue them normally, but for the sake of time, I'll just leave it for now. And then we put.
Okay, this is actually a lot easier than trying to set it up yourself. And I've tried it with like a nail gun before too, which can be a little bit tricky to get on a corner.
And it slips, and you can't have these slip.
No.
Just the overall, once you get everything lined up, if any of these corners are off, it just doesn't work right.
So can I ask, like, for somebody out there watching thinking this is a really fun project, is a biscuit joiner like an expensive tool, or can you add it like fairly reasonably to your palette of tools, we'll say?
It's reasonable.
It's pretty reasonable.
Yes,
okay.
If you're going to use it often, I wouldn't say if you just want to make one hexagon, you're going to go out and get it. You can borrow mine, just call me.
I know, but I'm like, I think I could do this. This could be my thing. Because what else could you use this for? It's not just hexagon. Anything you're putting together, really.
Any wood that I personally use it more often than just the hexagons.
Right.
For that reason.
It's a lot easier.
Yep.
So let's look at this one over here. If you were gonna put, then would you make the hexagon first and then put the shelving in?
So this specific shelf, I really enjoyed. This one, people have ordered. I've probably sold about 20 of these. People that sell essential oils.
Okay.
They will put. That's the reason I have the different portioned off. I had another lady buy it for her nail polish because she needed a place to put her nail polish. That one is cut to be a lot bigger, as you can see. And then these other ones, these two, I have people order those just for their decorative shelves, like in their bedroom or in their living room, and then they'll put like a little plant, or they'll put just something. I even have a lady who put on this one, she sent me a picture and she put a little hangy thing in here for like a little, and then she hung like a beautiful Christmas bulb in there for Christmas.
We have some of my son's room. We have a few books and a stuffed animal. Let's show this one too, because you can, after you do this, make an even bigger project.
Yes. So this is the 9x9, or the 9-inch, and then this is what I make out of these. And then I have an extra one, which would be this off to the side.
Right.
And then the shelves you can put into any of these. So I prefer to put a couple just for the different look.
Yes.
I put one here, and I usually put one in the one you're holding. And it looks so pretty once it's stained. So this is raw wood right now.
Yeah.
And then whoever orders this from me, I always ask what kind of stain they want. They get to customize it. And they can even do different shapes.
And so that's this, is that middle board, is that a larger size? The shelf one?
Yes. Yep.
So you just make that a little bit bigger?
Yep, so I just cut it, it's like 16 inches and a fourth to
Perfect.
fit in there.
I love this. So now you're going to go back to your real job, so we'll have you go back to VOA and do all your amazing work there.
Yeah.
But this has been so fun to learn, and I love learning more about what you're doing with the pallets and kind of turning something. So thank you for showing me. I'm going to get a biscuit cutter. I am.
Biscuit joiner. Make sure
Thank you, biscuit joiner.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.